It's Joel Davis with United Medical Transportation Providers Group. You are the broker.com and Home Care Access, and it is your Olympic athlete. Another certified Olympic shirt. Olympic athlete coming at you, folks. Those of you new to the channel, this is a safe space. You can be who and whatever you want to be, and it just so happens that I self-identify as a 6'4", 215-pound Olympic athlete. Not sure of the sport yet, but that's what we're doing. Going for the Olympics. I was going to go for the gold, and then a very wise man out of communist Cali, we'll call him Tyrone. Tyrone said, no, don't go for the gold, don't go for the silver or the bronze, go for fourth place. Let other people go before you. You could signal more virtue that way. So that's exactly what I'm doing. Shooting for fourth place, ladies and gentlemen. Shooting for fourth place. Been battling through a lot. Last video I had a little chink in the armor on my head. One of my son's toys, a flying dump truck, hit me in the head. Battled through that. I battled through that injury. As of late, I've been battling through some, I don't want to say health issues, but my uterus has been cramping. So, I know what you're thinking. Am I pregnant?
What do you say a woman is?
I believe that everyone can identify for themselves.
Okay. Do you believe then that men can become pregnant and have abortions?
Yes.
No, I'm not pregnant. For those of you who don't know, my wife is an OBGYN. I was concerned I might be pregnant. I'm not. Not that it would have been a problem. I'm 21. I think I could have carried a baby to full term, but I didn't want it to conflict with my Olympic training. So I don't know. I'm thinking maybe the the constant cramping in my uterus. It might be from climate change. It might be from social, economic injustice. I'm not sure what's causing the cramping, but I'm going to continue to battle through it because I'm representing all of you in the Olympics. I'm shooting for fourth place. We're going to get it. So, we got a lot going on. We are taking it to another level. Business is good. A lot, working with a handful of you. Got some really good deals in the works. Got some buyers and sellers. As a quick side note, I know we periodically send out emails for particular people if you're in a specific location. Listen, if you respond and you are interested in selling, you're gonna have to disclose some information. You're gonna have to let us know some information so we could further start to dig in. And if you're serious about moving forward, then we're gonna do evaluation on your business. There's no way around it, okay? It is what it is. I know some people they think selling their business is like having a garage sale. Just stick a sign out there and put some stuff out there and close and sell whatever's there and close right where you're there. That's not how this works. We're looking for legitimate businesses, legitimate business opportunities. We're dealing with real money. There's people who want a legit business. So when you respond and say, hey, I'm interested in selling, and then we start to ask you some preliminary questions, if you don't respond, we don't take you serious. And so then some people say, well, if the buyer wants to contact me, he can. It's not going to happen. That's why they retain our services, so we can alleviate the burden and the headaches from them. So keep those things in mind, please, because there's a lot of opportunities out there right now. We're working with a lot of buyers and sellers, some great deals going on. Awesome. We love it. But if you're serious, let us know. Now, this video, I want all of you White Walkers and you White Walker advisors to pay close attention. This will be a great opportunity for you to pick up some good information, some good topics of conversation, so that when you're in your group chats, you're doing your White Walker mentorship, you can talk about these key things. Again, for those of you new to the channel, White Walkers are those vicious beasts. They are entitled and they want everything for free. So they just scour the internet looking for everything free, everything free. A lot of them don't end up enlisting our help until they've actually lost a ton of money, wasted a lot of time, money, and effort, and then they contact us. So, and the White Walker advisors, those are the people who, they're the resident experts, the ones who brag about, I got a $2 million business, but hold on, hold my beer. I got to go perform this transport. It's a farce and a phony. Or I'm writing a book. I'm doing seminars. Oh wait, hold on, hold my beer. I gotta go perform a transport. I know. Everyone, Joel, but didn't you write a book? Yup. Joel, didn't you do seminar? Yup. After boom, rich, free. After boom, rich, free. It's absolutely laughable. The insanity that we see. I used to say about 50% of the people that we work with, it's a cleanup duty. They've tried. Oh, I'm going to figure it out on my own. Okay, go do that. Or they pay someone else and they get nothing or whatever. They invest the money in the wrong assets, the wrong insurance, and they just get raked over the coals. Then they contact us. Now my people, they'll tell you it's closer to 75, 80%. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But regardless, so let's start with this one video. White Walkers. Put this video on loop. Take it to your White Walker advisors and specifically say, I want you to point out every single thing that's wrong with this video. Point out to me every potential risk for a lawsuit, every possible scenario. And I think that might be a good indication of their sense of acumen with regards to the industry. Because if they don't see much wrong with this, they're absolutely insane. Run from them as fast as you can. So watch this video and look and see if you can find out everything that's wrong with this. All right, folks. Get with your White Walker advisors and specifically ask them what's wrong with this. Identify everything, and there's multiple things. Even have them. What's most serious? What is, if this thing goes sideways, what is the potential risk for lawsuit? So take that, go through with your White Walker advisors. Well, Joel, why don't you just tell me? Because that's what the White Walker advisors are for. Come on. All those White Walker advisors were constantly out there just stealing our stuff. And come on, man. That's why we get all these. Get all these emails. If you could see the emails that we get, that are, just some of the craziest nonsense. Don't get me wrong. We love all your emails. We get some awesome emails. We love all your legit. I should say we love all your legit emails. We love all your legit emails. And the people we're working with love all those. Here's a very short one. Typically, I wouldn't use something like this, but very simple. How do I know when I need Joel's help? Now, typically, people send us short questions of, how do I get started? What do I do? We don't waste our time responding to those stupid emails. This is actually a very good question. That's why I'm mentioning it. How do I know when I need Joel's help? Well, that depends on where you are. Because some people, by the time they reach out to us, maybe they're already established. Maybe they've already been in business for a few years. Maybe they need help with the contract. Maybe they're ready for a business valuation because they're looking to sell. Maybe you're looking to buy. You want to buy an existing business. Maybe you want to start from scratch. So it all depends on where you are. But I saw this. I'm going to share this quick little video with you because it brings up a very good point. Here we go.
And I'm sitting back. I'm like, you guys got too much time on your hands. You working 40 hours a week, and you're able to put a roof over your head, plenty of food in your belly, clothes on your back. Your needs are met. But here's the problem. That's all that will happen. Your needs will only be met until you challenge yourself, until you get out of your comfort zone, until you put yourself out on an island, until you put yourself out on a boat on the ocean, until you get up out of that fucking city you're living in and move somewhere to where you have no safety net, none of that shit. Until you actually get out there and get in the world and start competing, you won't start finding out who you are. Your problems won't be big enough because here's the thing. When the only thing you have in your tool belt is the screwdriver, everything you're going to look to fix is a flathead screw.
Dude, absolute, spot on, couldn't agree more. The reason I share that is I'm gonna take you through some emails here where you're gonna see some people who can make some real money. But I love two key things. We're not out here to just survive, so that's not an option. We want to thrive, even in this this nonsensical inflation. Keep in mind, inflation is nothing more than engineered taxation because you're gonna pay more. You're gonna pay more. The government's gonna make more. Everything. So inflation is good for the government, bad for you. It's all nonsensical, all man-made, all engineered. But we, as I've said in all my newsletters, we need to grow through the insanity. There's no other option. But I love his analogy of the flathead screw because at the end of the day, we're not out to be one-dimensional. Again, I'm going to show you some emails here that clearly underscore why we don't want to be one-dimensional. So let me dive in. I'm going to show you some of that right now. So this is from an email from a client provider. Has an opportunity to get to serve as a subcontractor for this organization. I got to be very careful, so I want to protect my people's info. So he's going to provide stretcher work for them, and I'm just looking for okay. So he's going to serve as a subcontractor for this organization that pays out for stretcher and wheelchair work. Here are the rates. Now you tell me if you can make real money with this. Now if you look down towards the bottom under other services, you got the gurney van one way, base pickup fee $175. You can make money with that. The mileage, this is incredible. The mileage $8.02. So base pickup fee just to show up for that stretcher, $1.75, $8.02 per mile. For his wheelchair, he's going to get $75 per one way, $5 a mile. Compare any of this to any of your broker work. Oh, we're going to talk about that in a second. Compare this to any of your laughable broker work. Again, stretcher, base pickup fee, $1.75. Now, if you look at the very bottom, if it's a bariatric patient, which is typically most people consider it 250 pounds and above, you're going to add another $175. So just coming out of the gate, if they're doing a stretcher vehicle, you're coming out of the gate at, $350? Just coming out of the gate, and it doesn't even have mileage on top of it. So if you add the mileage, you're looking at $802 per mile. Phenomenal. Wheelchair vans, like I said, $75 and $5. We're making money with those numbers, man. Absolutely phenomenal. But again, question. Here's the situation for your White Walker advisor. So for this organization that they're going to serve as subcontractor, there are some transports where you will bill directly to this organization. And then there's other times that this organization will designate it, and you're going to bill the customer directly. I want you to take that scenario to your White Walker advisors and ask them, how can this thing go sideways? How can it quickly go sideways? And how would you advise we amend and alter this agreement? What would you do? Joel, why don't you just tell me? Because that is the role of the White Walker advisors. When they are between transports, writing books, doing seminars, bragging at happy hour, they need to produce. We need credible, free advice. There's a lot of clues. If you study the Schedule B close enough and you do a little research, you can figure it out. But again, I want you to ask your White Walker advisor. Now, this is same plan provider, love him, good dude, in a different email. He said, I spoke with blank, particular person, down in blank location. In case you people haven't noticed, I put forth every best effort to protect people's information, be as anonymous as possible, protect their anonymity. So that's why when people contact us, oh, I'm serious about selling, and then we send you an email asking some general questions, and you go radio silent. Look, we don't share other people's stuff, okay? Now, if you do, trust me, even when we're working with buyers and sellers, we go through the whole referral agreements, NDAs, all that. We don't move forward until everybody's protected. We want win-win solutions. So that's just a little side note. But anyways, back to this email. I spoke with blank, down at blank location, recently about a stretcher van, because he has a friend down in blank location. This is where it gets good. Running a 2-year-old NEMT operation. She, being the new 2-year-old NEMT operator, she is basically servicing motive care only. She has 11 vans now and says she is bringing in about $30K per month with motive care. We didn't get too deep in the details, but she did mention that blank for a registration. Some stuff I had to keep up. She said that she was able to get around it by doing blank. She claims she is profitable. She says after 2 years, she's getting $31 base pickup on a wheelchair and $2 per mile. She says after 2 years, she's getting $31 base pickup on a wheelchair, $2 per mile. All right, now just with that paragraph alone, White Walkers, return to your White Walker advisors. Ask them, what the F is wrong with this picture? Just that paragraph alone, I could write a doctoral dissertation. Absolute doctoral dissertation on the jacked upness of that scenario. And again, I'm just taking it at face value. There could be other things, lift up the hood underneath it, but it doesn't matter. There's so much right there just in that paragraph. I could write a doctoral dissertation. I need you, White Walker Advisors, if you're watching this, digest all of the information we've gone over so far and more that's to come. And you could use it in your material. So when you're between transports and someone's holding your beer and you're mentoring someone else, teaching them, oh, start your business with a $3,500 used minivan that you can't even get insured. Use these. I'm giving you White Walker Advisors. I'm giving you some great topics of conversation to figure out. So you will look like an absolute resident expert. Okay. Now here's an email from Tyrone. Great dude. Love Tyrone. Great dude. Hardworking dude. Funny as all get out. This is part of a much, much, much larger email. But the reason I share this is because Tyrone purchased this business last year. The business had been around for 10 years. Since 2010. So the business has been around for 11 years, then he bought it, so now it's in his 12th year. So the business was started in 2010. He purchased it after 11 years. Yeah, he just passed the 1-year anniversary. The business for all those years was only ambulatory and wheelchair. And he's in a state where where NEMT is allowed to do stretcher work. There are a handful of states where they do not allow NEMT to provide stretchers. Ask your White Walker Advisors. They'll be able to advise you with that. As a minimum in those states, you got to be either ALS or BLS. But again, your White Walker Advisors will be able to direct you accordingly. But anyways, so one thing we did with our client provider is from day one, when he retained our services, we're going into stretchers. So it's not a matter of if, it's only a matter of when. We had to do some upgrades throughout the business, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So again, this is part of a much, much bigger email thread and exchange. Tyrone says, my first gurney trip is right now an underwhelming $224. So he's about to perform his first trip. But I'm thrilled about the new division being we're expanding into stretchers. My first gurney trip right now is an underwhelming $224, but I'm thrilled about the new division because Monday, his next gurney trip is $575. And he says, that's what I'm talking about. So his first gurney transport was $224. Second gurney transport is $575. Making money with those. Just going to do some quick math. So 2 transports is going to be $799. So let's say 800 bones. So that's 4. Let's say you did two stretcher trips and $800. That's averaging 400 bones each. Hello, we're making money with that. We're making money with that, and we're not kissing the butt of the brokers. Joel, when should I use your services? When do you want to make real money? There's some people who use us, and then boom, when they stop, they reach that point in time, boom, they go off on their own. Then down the road, then they'll circle back when they've gone off the reservation. Joel, you think you know it all? I'm not saying I know it all, but we are good. So as part of a group thread with Tyrone, I was responding some things, and I said, all jokes aside for 5 seconds, if you could see some of the stupidest emails we get every single day from people who have no comprehension of the amount of money we can not only make but save them if they just listen. OMG. This is me telling him. And I went on to share. I said, we literally got this guy who contacted us who financed 2 brand new 2022. It's funny because recently I saw emails from 2 different people who did the same thing. They started with 2 brand new Ford Transits 2022. But this particular guy financed 2 2022 Ford Transits for over $120,000. And then he wanted our help. So Dan told him, hey, here's the webpage. Go learn more about one-on-one with Joel. Make a reservation if you want. And then the guy comes back and starts blasting Dan. He was bitching to Dan how offended he was in what we charge for various coaching services. The dude just financed 120,000 plus worth of vehicles for 2 vehicles. Absolutely flipping insane. Absolutely flipping insane. But what do I know? I'm just a 6'4", 215-pound Olympic athlete who thought he was pregnant, but I'm not. Tyrone, he responds again, part of a larger thread. He says, "The reason to jump on the Joel train is really very simple. You got me to the point I'm at now, faster, all capitalized, and more efficiently, all capitalized, than I could or would have done it on my own, period. That means fewer costly mistakes and quicker income. It's a twofer. How anyone can't see that you're saving us money, not costing us money, is beyond me." Tyrone, my dog, I get it, man. I get it. Hi, Joel. Wow, everything looks amazing. Big thank you to everyone. The rates are much better also. If we were going to provide services after hours, we should get paid. Absolutely right. Most companies I've looked at don't offer such services. The reason I included that, this is a quick email I just got yesterday from a guy that we're doing one-on-one with. Our media team finished their website, finished out the marketing material. Everything looks awesome. We pimp them out, make them look first class. That's our goal. Bottom line is, folks, this isn't complicated. If you cannot see that you need to pursue non-Medicaid broker work to go make real money, put yourself in a position to go after real contracts and real agreements. You don't start your business with 2 brand new 2022 Ford Transits for 120,000 plus. I mean, it's just insanity. And again, the problem is, and again, I know I joke around, I know I clown around. I can pull that off. I can pull that off on this channel because I'm not out there. Boom Rich Free. I can pull it off because Boom Rich Free. I don't need to kiss anyone's butt. I don't need to go out there and portray myself as anything other than what I am. Bottom line, what you see is what you get. We clown around, we joke around. It is what it is. You don't have that luxury, especially if you're starting. You know, you got to go out there. You got to hustle. You got to work hard to put yourself in a position where you're Boom Rich Free. Our goal is to advise you, as Tyrone said, you got me to the point I'm at now faster and more efficiently than I could or would have done on my own. Exactly. That's exactly what we want to do. So that's why when people want to haggle with us over the way you position your business, strategy for going after business, branding your business, everything from your website, your marketing materials, your executive welcome packet. You know, and your executive welcome packet, you know, I got a guy right now who I'm working with, great dude, working with him for a long time. We have multiple copies, multiple versions, because we have different rates and different prices for different facilities that we partner with, different agreements. So we got to keep those things separate and different. Can you go after broker work? Yes, as long as it's profitable. But look, I've clearly underscored and reiterated just in these the emails and the images that I've shown you that you got to go where the real money is. Not only is there low-hanging fruit with this broker stuff, it's the low-hanging fruit, lowest ROI, but there's more rules and regs. We had a guy recently who canceled his DME membership, who sent us a scathing, said this isn't user-friendly for our brokers. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'll be the first one to tell you. We have, what, like 450 users using DME. Love them. That's great. DME is part of our methodology that we teach you to help you build your business, to going after the private pay work. DME, yeah. Now, do we have people who use Dispatching Made Easy who do broker work? Yes, but I could see where it would be redundant because we, Boom Rich Free, do not cater to the brokers. Multiple times over the years, back when they were logistic crap, they try to get us to bend the knee, customize DME to be compatible with their systems, but we're not doing that because any movement, any changes they make, we have to be reactionary. And that is analogous to what happens in your business. If you partner with these brokers, they make a move, they make a change, they lose their contract, you've just lost everything. You got to be reactionary. You have to react to them. That is not how you build your business. To me, that's risky. I've talked about this in many, many different videos. So understand crystal clear. This is perfect. I kind of tie a couple things in together. So that person who said, how do you say it? How do I know I need Joel's help? It really depends on where you are. And then I would also, another caveat is, are you making the money that you want? Are you settling? Are you making the money you want? I understand the White Walkers. Look, you got to say to yourself, is the White Walker trying to make money because he needs to make that money because it's part of his existence? If that's the case, you should run. Okay, if they're, if White Walkers are writing books between transports, technically in my book they haven't done it. If I want to be a multimillionaire, sorry man, I'm gonna follow advice from a multimillionaire. I'm sorry, boom, case closed. It's just the way it is. That's why I call it the brother-in-law advice. The brother-in-law shows up at Thanksgiving dinner and tells you everything you should do. Oh, you should do this, you should do that. Do you know how many people? I've talked about it in previous videos. In fact. Do you know how many people have lost so much money because, oh, my friend told me this. My friend told me to start with these vehicles. If I wasn't so cautious about protecting the anonymity of my people's content, you would have a hard time picking your jaw up off the ground if I shared all the content that we have. It's absolutely phenomenal. And I mean that in a bad way. So many people lose money, are absolutely wrecked, purchase the wrong stuff, start in the wrong place, file the wrong things. Because, well, my friend told me, well, he's in it. How do I know when I need to work with Joel? If you've been in business for 4 years and you're still operating a single vehicle, how's that working out for you? How's the growing and scaling working out for you? If you've been in business for 4 years and you only have 2 vehicles, how's that working out for you? How's that bottom line look? I joke about all, this site. Hey, we're a safe space for all of our betas, all of our simps, all you little betas out there who are just you're a bitch to the brokers. Wife browbeats you. Wife tells you what you got to do, but she ain't even a part of it. Trust me, I see all these scenarios. It's absolutely crazy. You got to make decisions. Are you happy where you're at? Are you on the right trajectory? You may not be happy where you're at, but if you're on the right trajectory, well, that's good. Then it's only a matter of time. If you're not where you need to be, if you're not where you want to be, if you know that what you're doing right now is not sustainable, if nothing changes, nothing changes. If you've been in business for 4 years and you still got one vehicle, what's going to change over the next 4 years? You tell me. If you haven't made any serious moves and you haven't made any serious deals in 4 years, sorry, bro, you're not a serious player. You're a beta. There's nothing wrong with being a beta. God loves betas, but I just can't affiliate or I can't relate to the little betas, the little gimps, little gimp betas. So anyways, I'm going off on a tangent, rambling here, but anyways, I want you to take this video, all of you White Walkers, take it to your White Walker advisors that you listen to in all your group chats and all your freebie nonsense. And specifically, point by point, go through the videos, go through the emails, ask them what's right, ask them what's wrong, ask them what they would do in the certain situations where I talked about the contract. How would you edit? How would you edit and modify the agreement to empower you, put you in a better position while ensuring you still keep high volume? There's a lot of questions. I just threw a lot out there. A lot can be gleaned for it if you're smart and studious enough as a good little diligent beta, good little White Walker. Take it to your White Walker advisors. If they're worth their weight in salt, they will be able to write a doctoral dissertation, be able to point out so many different areas and concerns, everything from potential lawsuits, potential accidents, potential loss for money, where you can make money, where you can improve, where you can grow, where you can scale. There's a lot there. Trust me, White Walkers, if you're new, you may not be able to see it all, but if you have a good experienced White Walker advisor who's worth their weight in salt, they should be able to take all of this content, write out a doctoral dissertation. So make sure you do that. Don't forget to continue to bend the knee and signal that virtue, because when you do, I'll see you at the top. I'm going